William Patterson University Television.
This week, we team up with fellow WP TV show and Scene.
We sit down and learn the ins and outs about their program.
We're gonna have some fun while doing it. I'm taking on and Scene, so stay tuned.
Welcome to another episode of Room Report. This week I have a host of fellow WP TV6 show and Scene, CJ Von Essen.
I didn't realize we were starting. I was just jamming out with my head bopping. So that was got on camera. Hi, everyone.
CJ Von Essen, everybody. Now, before we find out what happens behind the comedy of And Scene, let's take a quick look at a clip of one of my favorite episodes you guys have. So let's take a look.
Seated when you're ready.
Yo, I think this album is gonna be hot.
Dude, I'm so it's gonna hit the
This
charts.
album is gonna be so
Hot
hot.
100 and like a week, man. Like, come on.
Yo,
We gotta pose.
Alright.
Okay, you ready? Okay.
Yo, it's so good.
So, when are we gonna like perform?
What?
What? I thought, when are we?
No, we're just supposed.
So,
So.
happened again.
No.
I got my bracelet stuck in my hair and I really need you to get it
Jesus.
out.
All right, let me see. I'm just gonna rip it out. All right.
It's, no, wait, don't.
Why not?
Look, you remember what happened last time?
I really don't, and I don't care. I'm just gonna. Let me just rip it out. Fun.
Okay.
Fun. All right.
All right, I'm gonna get a really
All right.
short haircut.
3, 2, 1.
All right, you're under arrest. Like, okay, can you stop dancing? I'm putting
No,
I'm
you
putting
can't
under-
arrest the groove. I mean, I must say, the comedians on And Scene are definitely talented. I crack up every time I watch it. But I want to know, how did And Scene become the funniest show on WPTV6? How did And Scene all start?
Well, I ripped off Shane Keaton's idea.
Okay.
Yeah, when I came here as a freshman, it was an improv show that ripped off of Whose Lines Is It Anyway? They called it PPP, Pioneer Players Presents, and he graduated. And he did not want the show to continue. And so he said, you can do the show, just do it with a different name. And Al and I said, all right. And Al gave me the name And Scene, and I just rolled with it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, sounds like you had a good basis.
Yeah.
And so had a good background. What is the main format of the show?
Yeah, so I do have a nice skeleton structure of 3 blocks where I introduce the players in the opening. I have them do 2 improv games, and then in the second block I have them do another 2, and the third I have 3 games, always having the last one be Freeze, which is a club and Scene staple.
Very nice. I mean, definitely sounds like something you can go through the motions with, and definitely sounds organized. I know that people come up to me all the time and always ask me, how do they become a member of And Scene? I mean, for everybody watching, how do you become a member?
Yeah, so I took the process of being members of Pioneer Players to be a part of And Scene. What I do is, if anyone wants to be a part of And Scene, I would like for them to start showing up to Pioneer Players. It's an improv club every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 to 9. And if you be a consistent member there, you start showing up, we know your face, and you come to me and ask that you want to be on the show, I'll put you on an episode and see how you do. And from there, we can take it on that. The only reason I do it that way is because, like Al Clarke has said, we can almost view Pioneer Players as rehearsals and trainings for the talent that goes on this show.
I mean, I think that's a good process, just because that way you're not just going up there kind of blind. You have that rehearsal type of moment where you're able to learn and everything before you go on, and that way you just become a better comedian. I definitely agree with doing that. I know you guys do a lot of trips and you have a bunch of different opportunities. What's the last one you went on?
So our off-campus coordinator, Katie Sturger, is wonderful at her job, and she is able to give us 4 Broadway trips a semester.
Oh, wow, that's
or
good.
for a year, 2 a semester, I should say. And our last one, we saw SpongeBob the Musical.
Oh, wow.
And it was fantastic. I sat next to Ethan. He cried. He gripped my hand. I almost cried. We all sang SpongeBob. It was a good time.
It sounds like a beautiful moment.
Oh.
I definitely want to go because I love SpongeBob. Now, I want to get into a little bit deeper. How does being the host of Unseen, what does that mean to you?
What? what do you mean? What does it mean to me to be the host?
Like being a student, being able to be the host of this TV show, how does being a student trying to learn all these new things, the opportunity of being a host of Unseen?
I was very happy to get the opportunity my sophomore year. I know sophomore year it was a whole new experience for me, and junior year I would say that every single episode's quality has grown like substantially. I am so proud of these episodes we put out. I can show people now, like, hey, look at all these funny people that I can have on, and they grow every week from going to players and coming on Unseen, and it makes me happy that people will laugh from this work.
I definitely agree with you. I mean, something that you could just sit down at the end of the day and say, look at all the progress we've made here, and you had a laugh at the end of it. I mean,
I like making people smile and laugh. What can I say?
I think you said it perfectly. Just make everybody smile and laugh. Thank you so much for joining me, CJ.
Course.
Definitely one of my favorite interviews. But don't go anywhere, because up next we have comedians Meg and Spencer to go against our very own Chris and Ronnie in a game hosted by CJ, so stay tuned.
Thanks for watching so far. Make sure to watch the rest of the show and click on one of the links put down below and subscribe to our page. This is Room Report with Unseen. My mom still loves me.